Assalamualaikum to everyone and welcome back to Mathematics Point. Students, today I'm here with chapter 3 NSM1 Basic Algebra and Algebraic Manipulation. Okay, one thing more that it is chapter 3 new edition and chapter 4 in old books. Okay, the students that have new books in which this is the chapter 3 and in old books it is chapter 4. So no need to confuse about this. So today we'll do practice now 1. In old book it is page 85 and in new books it is page 64. I'm referencing the page because some students get confused, okay, which chapter is this and what is the page number. So I hope so that after clarification you need not to worry or any confusion about this. Okay, in practice now 1, given that if x is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to 4, evaluate each of the following. Okay, in part 1 we have 5y minus 4x. Okay, now students, you can see that here we have the value of x is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to 4. We just put the values of x and y in this question. Now 5, what is the value of y? 4. The value of y is 4, so here we put the value of y. Y is equal to 4. I just put this value in place of y. Then minus 4x. Now, see what is the value of x? The value of x is minus 2. Keep one thing in mind, whenever you are putting the value, just place that value in the bracket. That means this x is multiplied with 4. When you put this place is minus 2 in the bracket, that means this minus 2 is multiplied with minus 4. Okay, in this step we just put up the values of x and y. Now in this next step we do the simplification. 4 and 5, when there is no any sign between two numbers, that means two numbers are going to be multiplied because 4 is placed in the bracket. So 4 5s are 20. Then next, these two terms also going to be multiplied. Minus minus plus, and for 2s are 8. Then minus 4 going to be multiplied with minus 2, and when we multiply minus minus plus, 2 4s are 8. Now in the next step we add 20 plus 8, so it becomes 28. Now we have part B. Again in part B, x is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to 4. We put this value of x and y in the question. 1 by x. Here we have x, so what is the value of x? Minus 2. Then this y of the question and y. What is the value of y? Y is equal to 4. So in place of y, we put the value of y. The value of y is 4. And the value of x is minus 2. In this step, we just put the values of x and y. And what is the next term? That is 3. Now, minus 1 by 2, minus 4 plus 3 is equal to minus 1. So, we do the further simplification. 2 1s are 2. Put the minus sign here. 2 1s are 2. Now, minus 1 minus 2 divided by 2. Minus minus plus, the terms will be added and we place the same sign as both the terms have. Both the terms have minus sign, so put the sign minus here. Whenever the two terms having the same sign, the digits or the numbers will be added. So 2 plus 1, 3. 3 by 2. Now look at the question. Is this the proper fraction? No, because numerator is bigger than denominator. So for this case, we divide 3 by 2. 2 1s are 2. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Round down this term mixed form. Put this minus sign here. Write down the remainder at the top. Quotient towards the left side and divisor at the bottom towards the remainder. So it is the answer of part B. Now we have question 2 of practice now 1. Find the value of p square plus 3q square when when p is equal to minus 1 by 2 and q is equal to minus 2. Minus 1 by 2 and minus 2, yes. So here we have a question 2 in which we have the value of p minus 1 by 2 and q minus 2. So we just put the value of p. Here we have the value of p is minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. As you can see that in the question p having the power, so we place this power. Okay, this is the value of p and put the power of p. Then plus 3 q. What is the value of q? Minus 2 and power as it 2. Yes, 2 power. Now we first solve these brackets. Whenever there is a positive power outside the bracket, the negative sign or the minus sign will become plus. So this, as well as you know that minus multiplied by minus is equal to plus, minus minus plus in multiplication. So this minus will become plus 1 by, and 2 power 2. 2 power 2 means 2 times of 2. 2 2s are 4. Plus 3, and this will become plus 4. Now 1 by 4 plus 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 3 4s are 12. Now when we have nothing in the denominator, so there will be 1. Do the LCM of 4 and 1. So definitely the LCM of 4 and 1 will be 4. So the LCM of 4 and 1 is 4. Now you can see that the denominator of this fraction is equal to the LCM. So we multiply the numerator with 1 because 4 1s are 4 and 1 1s are 1. Then what is the next sign? Plus. Write down the sign plus. To which number we multiply 1, so we get the answer 4. We multiply 1 with 4, so it becomes 4. Same, multiply this 4 also with the numerator of that fraction, only with this fraction. So 4 multiplied by 12, 4 2s are 8, 4 1s are 4, 48. Now add 48 plus 1, 49 by 4. This is improper fraction to a proper fraction. So 49 divided by 4, 4 1s are 4, 9 here, so 4 2s are 8. 9 minus it is equal to 1. Now we write this fraction. Now we write this fraction in mixed form. 1, 12 towards the left side and 4 in the remainder. So this is the part question 2 of practice now 1. Now we solve practice now on page 66 in new books, and in old books it is page 87. So here simplify each of the following expression by using algebraic tricks. Okay, we did not apply the disk method, do this with simple method to solve the algebra. First of all, should look at the terms. In this question we have both the terms with x variable. Variable in both the case same. If the variable same, so then we add the coefficient of this variable. You can see that here is the x power with nothing power means that 1 power. Here also x with no power, when there is no any power, so that means there is a power of 1. So x plus x, 3x plus 4x is equal to 7x. Now in the second part, 3x, first we solve the bracket. As there is plus sign outside the bracket, so inner sign remains same for x. Or the other process is that in multiplication plus minus will become minus. Okay, some students get confused about the rule of multiplication, so that's why I repeat both the rules, that whenever there is a positive sign outside the bracket, the inner sign of all the terms will remain same. So I have the inner sign with that is minus, so I just put up the minus sign. There is no need to change this sign. And when I repeat the multiplication rule, so plus minus minus. So you can solve this question with both the methods. Now we have the coefficient 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is equal to 1, and we place the sign of greater term. Here the greater term is 4, and what is the sign of 4? Minus. So put the minus sign here, and what is the variable x? So put the variable x here. Or you can also write it as minus x, because when there is nothing any coefficient, so that means there is a coefficient 1. Done. Now we move towards the part C. In part C we have plus minus 3 plus 4. Again plus minus, whenever there are two signs, opposite signs, plus and minus, the terms are subtracted. These are two opposite signs. Now one term having the minus sign and other term having the plus sign. The opposite sign, the terms will be subtracted. So 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. And here the base is x. And what will be the sign? The sign that the greater term have positive sign. So it is shown, so rather you want to write this positive or not. Now in part D, minus 3, again here the plus sign outside the bracket, so inner sign will remain the same, 4x. Both the terms having the same sign, so the terms or the digits will be added. 4 plus 3, 7. Write down the base, that is the x. And what will be the sign? Both the terms have minus sign, so we put the minus sign here. Now we move towards the practice now on page 67 in new books and page 88 in old books. Here we have the expression 4x minus 3. Again you can see that when there is no any sign, so there is a positive sign. Plus 4 minus 3 will become minus, plus minus minus term will be subtracted. 4 minus 3, 1, and write on the base that we have x. So here we place the sign of greater term. You can see that 4 is greater than 3, and for having the positive sign there is no need to write the positive sign. Now the next 4x. Now we have the minus sign outside the bracket. Whenever there is a negative or minus sign outside the bracket, the inner sign will change. Now the inner sign is minus, it will become plus. And we just write down the inner sign according to the inner sign, the terms. Next is 3x. Or the other rule is that in multiplication, minus minus, when two minus and multiply, minus minus will become plus. Now add the terms 4 plus 3, 7, and write down the base here. In the C part, you can see that both the terms 4x and 3x having the same sign. Whenever there is a same sign with the terms or with the numbers, we add the numbers. 4 plus 3, 7. And write on the x also, that is the base of this term. Now what the sign will become here? Whenever there are same sign with the terms will be added, and we put the sign or place the sign that both the terms have. Both the terms have minus sign, so we put the minus sign here. Now in part D, we have minus 4x. Again, there is a minus sign outside the bracket, so the inner sign will be changed. It becomes positive. This minus will become plus 3x. And what is the second rule? Minus minus plus. Now you can see that you have opposite sign with both the terms. Plus minus, the terms will be subtracted. Plus minus minus. Minus 4 plus 3, 1x. Or what will be the sign? That is the sign of greater term. 4 is greater, and what is the sign of 4? The sign of 4 is front of 4. So in front of 4, and that is minus, so we put the minus sign here.